Today's talk is on a different subject. Let's first check out the roses, because the subject today people really don't want to hear about. No, you don't. It's about predator versus prey. Predator versus prey. In your life, even though you feel like you're not being hunted, when you have memories or when you decide to talk about past events, in some ways, it sure does seem like that. It's like when I was young, some might say I still am young, but when I was young, I fell into credit cards. And I felt like credit cards were a monster that were literally going to come eat me if I didn't pay it. Like it was going to come and make a meal of me. I'm going to stop right there and let you think about that. Maybe you felt that way about credit cards or something. So recently, on a course of doing nice, gotta watch that doing nice. Someone got upset at something nice that I had done. Sometimes that happens when you do nice things. It happens more frequently than I like to admit, because I want to continue doing nice things. Someone said, "Oh, you can really get her." Get her for what? For including you in a dedication? Ho, without your permission. Ho, you can sue her pants off, because she included you in her book dedication. You can just take her to court, get her for a bunch of money, make her bleed. The make her bleed part I added on, because that's how I felt it when I read it. Predator and the prey. So I did what any person would do. I said, I could take you out of it. It's not that big a deal. And that's what I had said before someone decided to say, you need to make her pay. You need to punish her. Punish her for putting you in the dedication page of her book, because you put her name. What does it matter if it's 1 copy or 1,000 copies? You need to take her, squeeze her dry. What I was doing was nice. I mean, is my book that horrible? The home chick didn't even know my book, right? Or the home fry, whatever he is or whatever she is. I try not to take things personal. I try to realize that this could be anybody. They're just doing it to me right now. It doesn't mean they won't do it to someone else later. This is how they are. This is how they operate. And I'd already got to work on taking her out of as many dedications as I could. and doing my reformatting. And some books, I'm not a perfectionist, but I am a solid B student. So I did the extra work, changing some things like these little quotation marks I like better than the other quotation marks because somehow they don't transfer fonts, which is really petty, right? And I was making some edits following my normal edit thing, which maybe one day I'll go over how I do that, how I edit something and I put a little square or a little circle up top of the page to let myself know to come back to that page instead of folding the page over. I only fold the page over if there's like 2 or 3 edits per book. So I just went ahead and edited like I normally would, and it put a fire underneath me, right? Because now I'm running. In the DJ world, there's this word called running. I never went over with my DJ students that I had. I went over the word painting it up and other words and mixing and all these other words. But there's a word called running. And I would think about it often. When you're running, when you're playing music at a club or an event, and you're trying to run with it, running is not a pausing type thing. You're trying to not juggle. You're trying to get from point A to point B as fast as possible, and then go to the next point A to point B as fast as possible, and to run it. As soon as you think it's okay to switch songs, you're switching songs. You're running. It's just a DJ term. It doesn't mean to physically run. And when you feel like you're doing one book after the other book after the other book after the other book, it's like those records, man. Or like when you have a craft show coming up or a festival and you're doing artwork and you're planning on doing 20 of them and you're doing sort of like an assembly line. You're doing this part first, maybe you're doing all the scenery first, and then you're coming back in with the characters after you do all the sceneries on all the canvases. It's like what my youngin' does when he's supposed to be copying words. He starts with the first letter. He's supposed to be writing the word, let's say eat, 20 times. He starts with the letter E, goes all the way down the page, then goes to the letter A. So he's not really learning the word in some ways. And I actually mentioned that to him. Hey, Buttons. Hey, Button Kitty. Predator versus prey. There may come a day when you feel like you're on the run. Maybe it's not from economics. Maybe it's not from people. Maybe it's from yourself. Yourself. You can't stop. Because if you stop, you're scared of something. but you take you wherever you go. So you have to keep busy. A lot of people are running from themselves. Something about themselves. Something about what they can't have. Something about what they once had. They're running. They can't stay still for long because thoughts might catch them. Thoughts. And these thoughts will rip them apart. They can't sleep because as soon as they lay down, they're slowing down. A lot of people are running. Now, why do we feel like pray? Like we're having to run. What exactly is chasing us? Is this some ancient need? Or is this just part of an ancient, elaborate structure of opposites? All right, so soon we'll do a video about the opposite. But right now, I want to tell you, it's okay to react. It's okay for someone to put a fire underneath you. It's okay. It's okay if you get typecasted the villain, but you're the one that's obviously running. Strange, but happens often. It's okay if you're typecasted the person who is clueless. Yeah. The clueless person. Sometimes you may feel clueless. I know I do. To be so smart, I feel so clueless all the time. It's okay to feel clueless, because out of the fool comes wisdom. And like what we were talking about doing good deeds, and how sometimes good deeds are here to bite you bite you where? Oh, she was very clear in that little writing that she did about where. And all I could think of is sucking me dry, pulling out my life force, destroying my book, making me think less of my book, making me see my book as something to be thrown away, to be distanced from. It's funny how an old house, you can just hear slight noises. You can hear movements, footsteps. Everything is so easily audible. But I guess it's about that time. So, good talk. And I hope you out there in TV land have a wonderful day.